Hey Rockstars, Lid Shaw, and I'm here at NAMM 2022 with Harry at the Audient booth. And these guys are making amazing stuff for your studio, and actually they just won an award, a tech award for having the best mic preamp here at NAMM 2022. This is pretty amazing. How you doing, Harry?
Yeah, really good. Nice to see you here. Yeah, we're super happy about this. It's we pride ourselves on our mic preamps, and we go on about how all of the ID interfaces using our Audient Console Mic Preamp, and then to have that recognized, we've now got award-winning mic preamps in all of the interfaces is just great. So good celebration.
That's amazing. So just give us a really quick overview as to what Audient is. So what do you guys? Who are you guys? What do you do?
Yeah, so we've been making large format recording consoles since the late 90s, and stemmed after that to digital, so making audio interfaces, mic preamps, and then moving into the Evo range, which is our more affordable audio interface range. We've always, I guess, had the ethos of just trying to make recording easy for people, keep it affordable, but make it super top quality for professionals and, I guess, prosumers alike.
Right on. Well, so I noticed, in the Rockstars, they've got a beautiful, gorgeous console in the back there. And one of the things that's really cool about you guys, and to be quite honest, I'm rather new to Audient. I have the Audient 008 interface in my studio too. But coming over and the one I've got, and then seeing what you guys got here, your build quality is so great. I mean, it really feels, each unit feels like it's so well built and solid. So very nice, man.
Yeah, that's one of the things that we definitely want to try and give to people, like proper solid metal on the ID series. Like the Evo stuff has been designed to be like quite robust. Throw it in your bag and you're away to record, basically.
Awesome. Well, let's take a look. What do we want to look at first?
Yeah, so I guess off the back of the Id4, we could talk about the brand new Id44 Mark II. So the Id44 Mark I was already a very highly spec'd out audio interface. It's a 4-channel mic preamp design. So 4 of the Audient Console Mic Preamps. We have lots of input conditioning, so phantom power on each channel. You've got a pad and a filter as well. The first 2 channels also have our JFET DI input for guitars. It's got a couple of different line outputs, digital expansion, so actually you can expand this to be 20 inputs and 24 outputs, which makes it a great addition or centerpiece almost for your studio if you're wanting to record more things. The Mark II version actually has improved converters now, so we've got even less distortion on the DACs, which is always great. An extra headphone output, which is down here, so now we've got a mini jack headphone. And it also features loopback now, so for people who want to do content creation or anything like that, they can record their microphones alongside computer audio.
So let's just take a quick look at some of these things. So Rockstars, one thing is, as I grab this knob, it feels really, really good. It feels super pro. I'm not used to that in something that you might use for your home studio. And the weight on this is really solid. This one's actually bolted down so it doesn't walk away. But when I picked up one of the other ones, they're really solid. This feels detented. Is it actually like switched through resistors or anything like that, or is it a variable pot, do you know?
This is like it's a digital wheel because it has multiple functions. Obviously, that under normal operation will act as your volume control. You can see the meters show you what level it is. But you can also change that to be a virtual scroll wheel, which is a really cool feature where you can press this ID button and then hover your mouse over a parameter, so maybe like a plugin, and then rotate it, and it will adjust the parameter in your software as if you're using a piece of hardware.
No way, dude. That's awesome, man. So that's like huge.
Yeah, you get like hands-on control basically over software, so you can really, it's great for automation, things like that, so you can really just like, dial in something without using a mouse and, just clicking and drawing in quite boring points. You get a very organic, musical kind of feel to it.
Very cool. Well, show us what some of these other buttons on here do. What are these are cool. I mean, I see a dim, so that'll knock your speakers down if you just need to get everything quiet for a minute, which is great in mixing and mastering situations where you really want to have maybe a couple of different working levels, like loud and then quiet as well. And then cut, I guess, would just be a mute button for cut the speakers very quickly, which is very useful. Talkback, just straight up talkback. Does this have a built-in talkback mic?
This doesn't have a built-in talkback mic, however, we've made it so that you can either use one of the inputs, whether it's the ones on here or the digital inputs, but you can also actually use your computer's built-in microphone or something like a USB microphone as your talkback input. So you could have a little USB mic on your desk and use it for talkback, which is a really cool feature.
Right on. And then these are, what are these guys right here?
So those are your headphone outputs. So you have individual independent headphone outputs. It comes with a software mixer, so you can control the routing for all of the different channels completely independently, set up artist mixes, low latency headphones, that kind of thing. So we wanted to give you can make it as complicated as you want it to be, basically, which is great.
Okay, so what about the latency issue? If you're hearing your vocal mic and you don't want to hear any kind of latency on your vocal, how does this solve that?
Yeah, so with the software that comes with it, you're able to build up live direct monitoring mixes. So basically, you can completely do away with any latency on your inputs. You can mix it in with the playback from your DAW. But then even then, computers are so powerful these days that if you wanted to listen to vocals with effects on it and stuff, you can run it through the computer, and it's definitely a very usable result as well.
Okay, cool. What else do we want to take a look at here?
So we're really excited about Evo 16. We've had a lot of buzz about it at this show. This is the latest offering from Evo, which is our slightly more prosumer brand, but this is a fully featured 8-channel audio interface. So it has 8 Evo mic preamps. You have 2 on the front, which also have guitar inputs, so the same JFET DI input, which is great. It's digitally expandable as well, similar to Id44, so you can actually get 24 inputs and 24 outputs on this box.
So you would get more boxes, or how would you expand it, like an ADAT light pipe kind of thing input, or what?
Yeah, so you'd get it's optical, so you'd have ADAT light pipe, you'd have 8-channel mic preamps, like we do the ASP 880 and ASP 800, and you would just run them in. You've got a word clock output, which lets them all communicate and sync together, and 24 inputs total, which is more than enough to record like a full band session or something like that.
Why don't we take a look at the back of this guy too? So what kind of inputs do we have on the back of this as well?
So we have, here we have combi jack input, so that's the remaining 6. We also have 8 line outputs, so you can either plug in a couple of sets of speakers or maybe run to a headphone amp or distribution system, or even some outboard gear, for example. With
these jacks right here, you mean?
Yep. So with these line outputs right here. So here is the optical connection. So it's 2 individual inputs and 2 individual outputs. And it also runs off a USB-C connector using the USB 2 protocol. So I guess the really impressive thing, though, of this interface is back around the front again, which is the Smart Gain feature.
Okay, cool. And then just one last point. This is our clock input if we need to sync it in a Pro Studio, right?
Yes, so you'd run that out to your 8-channel preamps. You could daisy chain them together, and then Evo 16 would control the sample rate of both those units and have them all communicating nicely.
Right on. Let's come around and we'll take a look at the front again and see what you want to show off.
So the thing that makes this super special is this little feature here. So Smart Gain is something that's available on our smaller Evo interfaces, but effectively what this lets you do is automatically set the gain for all of your inputs at the same time, or just 1 or 2 of them if you want. So you could press the button, press the channels you want, press it again, and then play for a little bit, and after 10 to 20 seconds the microphones will be completely set, the gain level's done, and when you're doing it on all 8 channels, that is an absolutely massive time saver in the studio.
Right on. Now, is this something that you could do remotely as well? Like, let's say you're not in the control room and you need to set a level when you're, playing guitar in the other room, or even playing drums or something like that?
Yeah, I mean, you can basically set this, set it going, walk out into the other room, or wherever you need to be, sit down, and it'll be fine. You just keep playing and it'll be done. We're also looking at adding the Smart Gain support to our software mixer app as well. So if you have this off to the side, or you have your laptop where you're playing, you will be able to activate Smart Gain from there as well.
Right on. Now, will it do just one mic level at a time, or would it actually do like all the drum mics all at once?
Yeah, so it actually does all of them at the same time. So
that's awesome.
So yeah, you literally just set it off, have your drummer play, just completely play, no more tapping individual mics and drums, and yeah, it will basically just do them all at the same time, and it's all ready to go.
That's super cool. I think that would be a huge win to be able to just go out to the drum set, play, and have it set levels. I mean, that's kind of one of the biggest challenges of recording yourself in the studio on drums is, for me, I've got a great setup, but then I feel like I need to have another drummer come in first, and then I'm like, okay, don't touch the drum settings because, I want to make sure I've still got them right for me later. This would be awesome to be able to just set them and, not even think about it, just have them set it themselves.
Yeah, definitely. And the other thing is as well with the way that this is set out as well, you can see everything that's going on as you're recording. So great for self-recording as well, without needing to dive into menus and software on your computer. This little screen will display all the information you could possibly want, whether it's your inputs, your outputs, when you're changing the gain, showing the decibel levels. It's all there, displayed in front of you.
That's cool. Well, so just before closing, let's take one last look here at the ID4, which just won the award, and we'll just kind of check this out, because this is such a gorgeous little piece, and congrats on winning that award, man. But this guy looks so compact, and yet still, it feels like a tank, it's really awesome.
Yeah, so this is, all of the ID interfaces just have this same kind of, full all-metal build. The knobs are super firm. You can just throw this in a bag and it'll be absolutely fine. This particular one is just a single mic preamp, but we wanted to make sure that this, you still got the Audient Console Mic Preamp in there. The whole point of these is you don't have to buy a massive console to get console level sound, to get professional recording quality. So that's really what this was all about, and we're just super happy that that's been recognized.
Right on, man. Well, congrats on that, and thank you for showing us around the Audient booth.
No worries. Thank you very much.
Totally awesome. Where can the rock stars go and pick up Audient stuff if they're ready to check it out for their studio?
Yeah, if you want to learn any more, you can go onto the Audient website, which is audient.com, or alternatively, if you want to know about Evo, it's evo.audio. And yeah, it's available for all retailers that you'd normally buy your music gear from, pretty much.
Awesome. Well, thanks very much for showing us around, Harry. Rockstars, thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, hit that like button, and remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit that notification bell so you keep getting more videos from us here at NAMM 2022, and we'll see you in the next video. Cheers, man. Thanks, Harry.
Cheers.